Hey everyone, Pastor Tim here with this week's update. As always, if you want to get in touch with us, email us info@mercychurchnh.com. And in this week's update, I want to do something a little bit different. So first, I want to mention that on Sunday, I shared 3 different great resources that are available online for free. I'll mention their names here, and then I'll put links to their YouTube channels down below. So the first one is Gavin Ortland. The second one is Mike Winger. And then the third one is a YouTube channel called What Do You Meme? M-E-M-E. And those are great YouTube channels that give a biblical perspective on anything in the world, in particular cultural issues and theological issues. And they do so with a very fair and balanced approach. So I had mentioned those on Sunday. I'm sharing those with you now. But for the rest of this update, I want to talk to you about Lent and the idea of fasting. So Lent is going to go from March 5th to April 17th. It's a build up to Easter. This is a tradition that began around the 300s in the Christian church. And it really is sort of a preparation, not sort of, it is a preparation building up to Easter, which obviously we're going to celebrate the resurrection. And so I've also put a link down below to a great article on fasting from Cru, the campus ministry, so you can learn more about that. What I'm not doing here is telling you that you should fast for the entire month from food, like don't eat for the whole month. I am not saying that. But this is a time when we think about what it means to give something up that we might focus more on God. So in the past, for example, I've given up drinking coffee. And every time I'm thinking about getting a coffee or drinking a coffee, it's a call for me to remember, okay, let me think about talking to God and praying to God. You may be familiar with the idea of Ash Wednesday, which is when the Lenten season begins, and people sometimes put ashes on their forehead. It's a sign of the call to repentance, the call to be humbled before God. And so what I want to bring before you is the idea of fasting from something from now up until April 17th. Maybe it's a certain form of technology. Maybe it's a certain activity. Maybe it's a certain type of food. Maybe it's a certain thing that you kind of spend a lot of time mentally giving energy to. But whatever it is, I'm going to encourage you to think about and engage in fasting from March 5th to April 17th, fast from something. And when those moments pop up, when you would go and do that thing or think that thing or maybe eat that particular food or drink that particular drink, instead look to God and say, God, thank you that you are my source of strength. You're my source of sustenance. You're my source of joy, ultimately pointing us to the resurrection. When it comes to loving God, loving others, and making disciples, that's what we're about as Mercy Church. That always starts with our relationship with God. And as He changes us, we can go out and love others, invest in others so they can come to know Christ and grow in their relationship with Christ. And so this focus here is really about us going deeper so we can be a blessing to others. So again, March 5th to April 17th, that's the Lent season. I want to encourage you to think about and engage in some form of fasting over that time. If you have questions, again, email us info@mercychurchnh.com and we'll get back in touch with you. Have a great week. We'll see you soon.